Pastor Cyndi. Wasn't Sunday just amazing for All Saints? It was just wonderful to have the baptism of sweet little Hazel and at 11 o'clock and just so wonderful to have that time of communion, to hear the names of the saints read, to see you lighting candle in honor of other people that were important to you, saints who were important to you. And wow, what an amazing service it was, just so holy and meaningful. One of the things that I found most meaningful was something I really didn't have a part in. So thankful for Bethany and Brad Kersey for arranging and organizing these cardboard testimonies. People walked up on the stage of the chancel area and they were carrying signs like I was leading and bleeding and burnt out, signs about being depressed, signs about being alone, signs of losing family members, signs of a life that seemed like a wreck, signs of being anxious and jaded. And then they would flip over the sign and you would see the difference that the people of the church had made to them, that in the church they had found hope, they had found Christ, that they had found new ways of being. And oh my, some of the signs were so beautiful. The sign that said, McKendree loved us back to life, and signs like I was invited to the church and found hope, and signs like the one that said I found healing through McKendree's love and acceptance. Thank you for being that kind of church. A church that welcomes and accepts, a church that is part of people's stories. When you see someone share a little bit of their story in this way, it's that reminder that when we call out a name on All Saints, it's not just a name, it's a person, and a person with a story. And when you see people willing to share a little bit of their story on the stage in that way, then you realize that the people around you in this room, they're more than faces. They're people, and each of them has that story. It's part of why I love our vision statement that we're not programs. We are people. We're people doing life together. We're knowing one another, doing life together so that we get connected to one another. And that's that third part of the vision, connecting all through Christ. And it's just this sense of trust that when we are together in meaningful ways and when we're together, that Christ is present in 2 or 3 gathering or more than that gathering. And that in this way, there is real transformation, that this church is how God is working in the community, how God is part, and we are part of the answer to Jesus' prayer on earth as it is in heaven, that we're part of God's answer to the world. And I'm so thankful for you and the ways that you're welcoming, the ways you're inviting, the ways that you make this a place, a space of healing, the ways that you just do life together. And know that when we do life together, when we are together in ways where we see one another and hear one another's stories, that God's going to be at work in others and at work in us. And I'm thankful for that. A few weeks ago, we started our campaign, our stewardship campaign, both to repay the mortgage and our annual campaign. And on the 20th, a week from Sunday, we'll be turning in pledge cards. You should have gotten an envelope in the mail with a letter from me and a couple of pledge cards. We'll have some extras in worship this Sunday, as well as make a way for you to do this online and through the app. And just wanted to remind you about that and remind you of that prayer that we're asking everyone to pray. God, what is it that you want to do through me? This Sunday, we got a glimpse of the ways that God is at work through people. And you're one of those people. you're one of those people. I hope you're praying that prayer. God, what is it that you want to do through me? And I'm looking forward to being in worship with you this week. I love you. I'm thankful to be your pastor.